There are seasons when life feels like a weight pressing on your chest, when you hide your pain behind a quiet smile because you don't want anyone to see how tired your soul truly is, when you pray and the silence makes you wonder if God still hears you, when you walk through your days pretending to be strong while your heart is breaking in ways you can't explain. And yet through every silent tear and every lonely night God has never taken his eyes off you. He has seen every moment you felt forgotten, every prayer you whispered with trembling hands, every fear that kept you awake, and even when you felt lost in the dark He was guiding you, strengthening you, shaping you into someone you never imagined you could become. He knows the weight you're carrying. He knows the battles you're fighting alone. He knows how close you've come to giving up, and still He whispers, "Hold on, I'm not finished with you." Because every delay in your life has purpose, every heartbreak is building depth inside you, every disappointment is teaching you strength, and every challenge is preparing you for a chapter that will make sense of everything you've survived. You may not see the progress, but God is moving, aligning breakthroughs, healing hidden wounds, restoring what you thought was lost, and lifting you step by step even when you can't feel His hands. So don't let despair convince you that you're alone. Don't let the pain make you forget how far God has carried you, because He has never abandoned you, not for a second, not for a breath. And the moment is coming when you will look back and realize that every tear, every trial, and every quiet night was leading you towards something greater than the pain you felt. So breathe, keep walking, keep believing, because God is still writing your story, and the part He's preparing for you is more beautiful than anything you've lost, more powerful than anything you've endured, and closer than you think. And even after everything you've been through, every night you cried yourself to sleep, every moment you felt like you were breaking in ways no one could understand, God has been quietly rebuilding you from the inside out, taking the pieces of your shattered heart and shaping them into a strength you didn't know you could carry. He has walked with you through storms that should have destroyed you. He has lifted you from pits you couldn't climb out of alone. And He has protected you from battles you didn't even know were happening, because His love for you is deeper than the pain you've experienced and stronger than the fear that tries to pull you down. You may feel like life has taken too much from you, but God is the God who restores what was stolen, who turns pain into purpose, who turns scars into testimony, and who turns darkness into a path filled with light. And even if your heart still aches, even if your prayers still feel unanswered, even if your future still looks uncertain, trust that God is aligning people, opportunities, and blessings that are designed specifically for you, blessings that won't slip away, blessings that won't break you again, blessings that will remind you that every moment of waiting was worth it. So don't let the enemy convince you that you're running out of time, because God is never late. He is building a future for you that is bigger than the pain you're coming out of, and He is preparing a healing that will reach places you've hidden for years. So keep going, even if your steps feel small, even if your heart feels weak, because you're not walking alone. God is carrying you toward a season where your tears will turn into joy, your battles will turn into victory, and your story will shine as proof that God never left you, not for a day, not for a moment, not for a heartbeat. And as you move forward, carrying the lessons of every tear and every silent prayer, God is preparing to reveal why you had to walk through what you walked through, because none of it was wasted. Not a single moment of heartbreak, not a single night of loneliness, not a single day where you felt unseen. He was shaping your character, deepening your faith, and building a strength inside you that no storm could destroy. And now, even when you feel uncertain, even when you question your own worth. God looks at you and sees someone who survived what should have broken them, someone who kept going when quitting felt easier, someone who kept believing even when hope felt distant, and He calls you chosen, loved, and destined for more than you imagine. The road ahead may still have challenges, but this time you won't be walking into them defeated. You'll be walking in with the strength you gained in the valley, the wisdom you earned in the struggle, and the courage God placed in your spirit. When everything felt impossible, and the places where you once felt weak will become the places where God shows His power the greatest, the doors that once closed on you will lead to better ones, the people who left were making space for those who will honor your heart, and the prayers that seemed unanswered will return as blessings in ways you never expected. So lift your head, even if it feels heavy, because you are stepping into a season where God will turn your pain into purpose, your waiting into breakthroughs, and your battles into testimonies that will help others find hope. You are not forgotten, you are not overlooked, you are not behind, you are exactly where God is preparing something beautiful for your life, and every step forward from here is a step into the future He designed especially for you. And as your journey continues, every step you take is watched over by a God who has never stopped believing in you, even in those seasons when you stopped believing in yourself, because He knows the battles you fought, He knows the wounds you still carry, He knows the dreams you've buried deep inside your heart, and He knows how hard it has been for you to keep going when everything around you seemed to fall apart. Yet through all of it, He has been shaping you into someone who can stand strong in the storms that once knocked you down, someone who can love again even after being broken, someone who can trust again even after being betrayed, someone whose heart shines brighter because it survived the darkness. And now God is leading you into a chapter where the things that once hurt you will no longer have power over you, where the disappointments that weighed you down will turn into doors that lift you higher, and where the fears that chased you for years will lose their grip. As God fills your spirit with a courage you didn't know was possible, He is bringing clarity to the questions that kept you up at night, healing to the wounds you never spoke about, and strength to the places where you felt the weakest. And even though you may not see the full picture yet, trust that God is aligning every detail, every moment, every connection, and every opportunity in ways that will make you look back and say, I understand now, I see what God was doing. So keep moving, keep breathing, keep trusting, because you're stepping into a season where joy will return, where peace will become real, where blessings will overflow, and where God will show you that everything you survived was preparing you for the life He always